really wasn't. I didn't mean to do that video live. So apologies for that. I got a little freaked out when I saw comments over there, but apparently I forgot to change the settings because I'm a noob and I never really do pre-recorded videos anymore. So sorry about that. We'll see if anyone comes back to this stream. Hopefully this works. I don't even know. I've never done like a back-to-back video. It looks like it did. Hopefully it doesn't screw up my other video. Okay, it doesn't look like it did. I'm gonna have to edit that though. Yeah. Well, good morning, top of the morning to you. Wasn't necessarily gonna go live today, but I thought about it, and since we had that little technical difficulty, I figured we might as well. I don't really have anything on the agenda. Just figured I would catch up since I haven't done a video in a while. And to kind of give you a heads up about the coffee video that, yeah, some of you have already seen. Oops. I do like the product though, I'm not gonna lie. I actually was thinking about getting it when I saw Peter's review. If you don't know who Peter Mon is, he's a YouTuber. Probably doesn't do videos that you guys would be interested in because he deals with a lot of like drama videos within like the beauty community and stuff. But anyway, I was waiting for ST to come back. Hello ST. I wasn't ignoring you. I just was trying to get through that video and I really didn't mean to do it live. So while it's not sponsored, they did send me the product, so I did have to review it. And I really didn't want to do it in a live video. So my live videos are fairly long if you haven't noticed. New FA flavors. I have tried a few. I did a video on it a couple weeks ago. I don't know that I've tried any new ones like since then, outside of the ones I tried live. I did get some more Bull City flavors, including the 2 flavors from Flavor Art that I forgot in my original. Well, I didn't really forget them. I didn't know they were part of the new lineup, so I didn't get them. But I got them this time. I got the Ice Cream Italian and Decano Tobacco. This is gonna make me feel like it's Sunday, because I always do lives on Sunday. Usually because Fresh is doing shows Saturday. And my Saturdays are generally busy, but bowling season is over, has been over, so we haven't been doing that. So my Saturdays are a little bit more open than they normally would be. But yeah, the Decano Tobacco smells interesting. Smells a little bit fruity. Can't really tell what fruit it is. Cherry. It's a little too much of a... Wayne's got me doing that. I never used to do that stuff until I watched him. You just have to, if you do that, like the whole lick test, you, I would recommend a very, very small amount. But yeah, it's got like a cherry almond, maybe marzipan type thing going on. So it might be good. I'm very ambivalent towards Flavor Arts tobaccos. I used to think I hated them, and then Winstead kind of opened my eyes a bit about them, because it turns out they are good. It's just you have to know how to use them and things of that nature, which he's a lot more familiar with Flavor Art in general than I am. And for me, I'm kind of, well, lazy and not very, what would be like, where you keep trying until you get it or whatever. I'm not that, whatever that is. Persistent, I guess. Resilient, maybe. Like if I try it a couple of times and it's still not good, I'm not going to keep trying it, you know. I kind of just figure it's crap, you know. But sometimes it's not the case. But yeah, I did get a couple, you know, those Flavor Arts. I got Pure Lum Cotton Candy because I don't remember if I've tried it or not. And I remember somebody saying it was good because Bull City now carries Pure Lum, which is great because I use a couple of their flavors every now and then, and I would use them more if they were more accessible. For example, the New York cheesecake, which I think is the best New York cheesecake flavoring there is. But I hesitate to use it because I know that, well, it used to be that you could only really get them from Nick River, but now you can get them at Bull City. I'm drinking the iced coffee I just did a review on that you were in the chat of. It's this Javy coffee concentrate. It's just like a liquid coffee. I was actually trying to find it because like Starbucks has some kind of liquid concentrate out there, but whenever I go to the store it's not there, so I've never been able to grab it. But I do like iced coffee on occasion. I just don't drink it that often because, as I was stating in the video, it's kind of a pain in the ass. I used to do it all the time with like a French press, but you have to like put the grounds and they have to be like a certain granular size, because if they're too thin then they get into your actual drinking coffee, whereas they're supposed to be separated when you do the press, but they can't be too big because if they're too big then they don't infuse well with the water. So it's just that part alone is annoying, and then when you're done with it you have to wash all the grounds out and it's just annoying. So as much as I like iced coffee, I generally don't have it unless I'm out, which these days doesn't happen very much. I used to drink Starbucks at least once a week. It was kind of like a treat to myself, like before work, because there was a Starbucks right there. But since I work from home now, it doesn't really happen. And for some reason, like, I don't know, coffee has been bothering me, and it's not even just, it might just be Starbucks coffee that bothers me, or namely espresso, because every time I would drink it my stomach would be upset. So I don't know what that's about, but when I drink this Javy stuff I don't really get that, so I'm kind of leaning towards it might just be espresso, because when I would drink the Starbucks espresso it'd usually be like a quad or more shot of it, which is kind of a lot. So I don't know, but generally I'm a Monster girl. It's easy, it's, you know, there, but every now and then, especially on the weekends, you know, iced coffee is good. And then you can also, I forgot to mention this in the video, you can add your flavorings to it. Like I've added Jungle Flavors cookie butter to it. It gives it a nice kind of spiced cookie kind of flavor. Flavora's cinnamon crunch, which is like kind of like their cinnamon toast crunch type flavor, gives it a nice sugary cinnamon kind of flavor to it. So that's really nice. Being a DIYer, you know, you can throw that into your coffee. Like there's plenty of times where I didn't have like the Tahani, because like I said in the video, I was running out of the other one. And I wasn't sure how they felt about using Starbucks flavoring with their review. Felt like that might be a conflict of interest. So I figured I'd just use this because I did buy it. I still do have a little bit of the Starbucks flavoring. But I mean, honestly, the flavorings are all the same. They don't really taste a whole lot different as far as vanillas go, anyway. But yeah, I've gotten like the Starbucks iced coffee, like it's not the concentrate, it's just like the regular, and you just add your stuff to it. That's okay. It's usually not quite, like, it's hard to get the strength, because like I'm weird. I like strong coffee, but then I put a lot of cream and sweetener in it. You would think I would just use less strong coffee and then I wouldn't have to add so much to it, but I've tried that and I don't like it that way. So I don't know, getting the strength of coffee I like is kind of difficult a lot of the times, because it's either way too strong or way too weak. I don't know. Yeah, my drip tip. I tell you what though, I think this drip tip, it being as long as it is, actually helps. Because when I drop my mod, unfortunately, a lot more often than I should. And like this little back thing goes flying, the batteries go flying. But I feel like this drip tip kind of acts as like a buffer. It's like absorbs a lot of like the impact, which is not good per se. I'm like dreading one of the days it's gonna break or something, but so far it's been fine. I don't purposefully drop it, it just happens. I have not tried coffee with grapefruit. That's interesting. I will say that like if you add a little bit of salt to like hot coffee, it's actually kind of good. It's supposed to do something to the pH or something, make it more smooth. I don't know how, it probably wouldn't work in iced coffee. I feel like that would be weird, but what else did I buy? I don't think I went too crazy on flavors. I bought a lot of flavors that my stepmom uses because I made her like this dupe, if you will, of a flavoring that she liked and couldn't get anymore. So I want to make like a one-shot for her with it, or for that. So I bought the ingredients for that. Because at this point, I don't really need a whole lot of like new flavors. So I usually will just buy like any new flavors that come out, or like re-ups for stuff I already have. So I bought the ingredients to make her stuff in this last order to Bull City. Did I get anything else? Oh, I did get Flavor West crunchy cereal with berries because Winstead said she liked it. She said she liked it better than the TFA version, which I like the TFA version of the crunch berry cereal type thing. So figured I would give it a go. Flavor West is cheap. I generally try to avoid them because of the whole fructose corn syrup thing. I'm not super particular about like diacetyl and all that kind of stuff for like the reasons that most people probably would avoid it. For me, I've just noticed that if it is high in diacetyl, it does bother me. And it seems to be only certain flavors, because there's other flavors that are high in it that I don't have issues with. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's a combination of different things that makes it more irritable. Because like Flavor Art whipped cream, which mind you is from their kitchen line, is not made to be vaped. But I did try it because it was given to me. It is a very good flavor. It's very rich, very whipped creamy, but I can't vape it. It's just, there's something in it that bothers me. And there's like one other product like that, I think from Flavor Art as well, that isn't meant for, you know, vaping, that also bothers me. But then there's other ingredients or other flavorings, I can't remember off the top of my head, that I found out later are, you know, higher in diacetyl, and they don't bother me. So I don't know what that's about. I just unfortunately have to test them, and then if they bother me, I don't use them anymore. And I was really surprised to find out, I guess, that peach is high in diacetyl in general. I never knew that. I'm wondering if that is what the harshness I get from it is, because I can't do a lot of peaches. There's only like Wonder Flavors peach cream and pie, or whatever it's called, is one. Jungle Flavors honey peach. I think there's like one other peach that I can do. All the other ones, horrible throat hit. I can't do it. So I'm wondering if there's something with that. Trying to think of anything else that's going on. There's really not much of anything. Momo is not doing great. I'm probably gonna end up taking her to the vet soon again. It's not as bad as it was like the last time where it was like the worst, but it's definitely not good. Whatever shot they gave her is wearing off again. It only lasted a couple weeks, so we have to discuss that. She's not eating very much at all. She's losing weight again. I can tell by just picking her up. It's like picking up nothing. Obviously not good. You agree? She's hungry. So yeah, that's going to be another discussion, and unfortunately I have a feeling it's going to be close to that time. And I think I've said that before. I was hoping that this shot would be something that would help at least a little bit, but I don't know. You hungry? Yeah. I will feed you soon. So yeah, that's going on. A lot of not so great things going on, but I don't really want to get into all that. It's just depressing. I've dialed back on concentrates, but every now and then I still grab some. Like, One-on-One had a free shipping thing for 4th of July, so I figured I would grab a couple things from them, especially because there was one flavor in particular that somebody recommended. Pretty sure it was Wayne, DIY or Die, said their pound cake was really good, so I wanted to grab that. And since you can only really buy it from them, I figured it would be a good time to get that because their shipping is a little bit much. Needs a dog? No, Momo does not like dogs. These days, Momo kind of just doesn't really want much of anything. She just wants to lay. She has been a little bit more cuddly than usual. Like if I'm in this chair and I have my feet up because I'm usually playing video games or something, she likes to climb on top of me and like lay on my lap. So she's been doing that. But yeah, she doesn't like dogs, and she don't even like Blue, which is kind of like, she's very dog-like in nature, at least more so than most cats. But yeah, I haven't tried any of the other flavor arts yet that I didn't try in the last video. I will say the banana candy, I mixed a bigger batch of it. I didn't like it as much as time went on, so I don't know if I became mute to it or something, but yeah, vaping it alone wasn't cutting it for me, like long term. Kind of falling into a rut again. Like I have like a rotation of like 4 different mixes that I use so that I'm not muting myself again, because otherwise I just like to vape this one particular thing, which I know if I keep vaping that, I'm probably going to get mute to that as well. So I'm forcing myself to switch it up, but I'm kind of getting sick of these 4 rotations, and I've tried like a couple different things. Like I tried a mix with the pound cake using strawberry, because as you know, strawberry is one thing, well, you might not know, but strawberry is one thing that I am muted to for the most part. There's a couple of them I can taste, but not many. And apparently Max Savage is also a strawberry mute, and he says that he can taste the strawberry gummy from Wonder Flavors. So I wanted to give that a try, and I did a pound cake with it. And I can taste the strawberry, so that's good. But I don't know that I like that pound cake. It's too buttery. And maybe pound cake is buttery. It's been a while since I've had it. I'm more of an angel food cake kind of person if I'm going like that genre. But in vapes, I just don't like butter like anything. Like, I don't like it. So, I don't know. Haven't been having a lot of luck finding another all-day vape to add to the rotation so far. I tried doing a chocolate chip cookie with the new Flavor Art cookie. I only tried it fresh, so that could be part of it, but I don't think it's going to be that much better now that it's sat. I don't know. I guess I could try it right now, but I don't know. I'm kind of in a vape rut. Oh, it was my birthday 4 days ago. So I did take time off of that. I took Monday and Tuesday off. I was trying not to because I don't want to go through all my PTO days, but work has just been horrendous, and I was having a lot of trouble renewing my license because the BMV here, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's this way everywhere, has been ridiculously busy. And like, I had tried going, I think 3 other times before. The first time there wasn't a wait, but their machine was broken, and that was like 3 weeks ago. So I'm like, okay, well, I have time. I'll just, you know, try again next weekend. And then from that point on, it was just like nothing but like the lines literally wrapped around the building, and I'm like, I ain't doing it. But I took Monday and Tuesday off to make sure that I had enough time to get, you know, the driver's license thing taken care of. And then I just kind of wanted it off. I figured, why not? I had the days, so I mean, if you had a choice, would you like to work on your birthday? I wouldn't. Sunday Hill, is that like a tobacco? Or is that like, I know I've tried it, but it was like literally years ago. Many, many years ago, like 7, 8 years ago. So the cookies improved, but still not what I would consider good. Hey, Daniel. I was really hopeful for that one too, because vaping it by itself is really good, the Flavor Art vanilla cookie, but I don't know what I'm going to use with it. Apparently it's very kind of wimpy, like it gets buried easily. I don't have enough experience to say for sure that that happens, but I don't know. Interesting. It's 68 here right now, so that's a good temp for me. I like 60s, 70s. That's my weather. If I could live somewhere that was like nowhere but 50 to 70, like the hottest 80, I would move there. But preferably between 50 and 70. And I don't mind rain. I actually like rain. Like, I slept probably the best I've slept last night, like, in a while. And it was raining like most of the night. I fell asleep to the rain, which was nice. I just find it relaxing and pretty. I don't know much how longer I'm gonna be on today. So like I said, I don't have an agenda. I don't honestly feel like mixing. I really, truly don't. Like I said, this past week. And the messed up thing about this work week is I only worked 3 out of the 5 days. And it was still shitty. Just dealing with very pissed off people because other people screwed up. It gets really irritating. Because it shouldn't be the bulk of my job. My job is not that. But apparently it is now. So Michigan is very similar to Ohio. Weather is very inconsistent. I tried mushroom jerky. I feel like that's interesting. It's I don't talk about this a lot because I don't like to, like, there's like a lot of stigma against like vegetarians and vegans who try to like force their agenda on you. But I don't eat meat outside of seafood on occasion. So someone that I watch on YouTube, they're vegan, and they mentioned they like this mushroom jerky. And jerky is one thing I do miss from, you know, before my time doing, you know, plant-based or whatever you want to call it. So I figured I would give it a go because I do like mushrooms. It's very interesting. It tastes like, the texture is astonishingly enough, or astonishingly alike regular jerky. It's got like that stringy, pulley texture to it. But it's like a very, very tender jerky. And the flavorings they have aren't great. Like, the one is pretty good. It's like a Thai one. But then I got like this applewood one. I don't like that one. It's nothing I would buy again just because I don't like it enough to buy it again. And it's not really readily accessible. But it's interesting, you know. Outside of that, other snacks. Not really. I haven't been to the Asian market recently. I've been wanting to go. I just haven't got around to it. Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything interesting I've bought lately. Not really anything. Oh, I did buy and this might be a bad, this is probably a bad choice, but I saw an ad somewhere, and it was like the self-cleaning litter box thing, and I've been wanting to get a self-cleaning litter box forever because I hate, it's like probably the worst thing about having a cat. Well, actually, no, it's second. Hairballs and all that situation is probably first. Second would be the litter box, or maybe tied for first. Because the litter box you always have to change. The other issues happen every now and then. But anyway, I hate cleaning the litter box, like probably every other person that has a cat. So a self-cleaning one, something I like. But the problem is like the good ones are ridiculously expensive. We're talking like $1,000, like between $600 and $1,000, sometimes more. And even those ones have issues. So I was like, I don't know that I hate it that much, you know? Like, I have the money, I'm kind of cheap, you know? I don't want to spend all that money on a fucking litter box. Especially, like, some cats don't like them, so they won't even use them because they're afraid of it. And Blue is pretty skittish. Like, she doesn't like loud noises. She's afraid of my dad's fan. Like, he has a ceiling fan. She hates it. She thinks it's going to attack her. So, yeah. But anyway, I found one. It was cheap, which is also like a red flag. Like, usually the cheap ones aren't good. But I figured it was cheap enough to where it's like, well, if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. So we'll see how that goes. I'll let you know if it's good. Well, I'll probably let you know either way if it's good or bad. But it's probably going to take a while. The thing about like because like I was watching, I was trying to find videos about this particular one, which I couldn't really find much of any information about it, which is another red flag. But I saw like the ones that are like hooked up to your cold line and they go in like the toilet, and there's ones that like train the cat to actually go in the toilet. But it's like the ones that put the litter in your drain or whatever, I feel like that's not good for your plumbing. Like, they're clumping litter. Unless you have to use a specific type. I don't know, I just feel like that's not good for your plumbing. So, plus, like, it's not really... I don't want the cat to use my toilet. I'm good on that. So this one, the way it works, it kind of looks like a washing machine, like a front-loading washing machine. It like twists. So like you have your litter sitting in there, and they go, and then it twists and it sifts it to where like it gets to a point where it sifts out the solids, and then it like dumps as it continues to sift. It dumps the salad as it continues to spin. It also has like some kind of sensor on it, so it can tell that your animal's in it. So if, you know, it's not doing that as they're in it. It also has like UV light cleaning technology. I mean, we'll see. I don't have high hopes for it. Like, I'm secretly hopeful because obviously I want it to work, but I don't have high hopes for it. I do hope it at least works, but we'll see. But yeah, the self-cleaning ones are big too. The size isn't so much of an issue because I have the litter box in a separate room anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But my concern is it working, because anything where it's like a rotation type thing, especially with product that clumps and stuff like that, you're always worried it's going to get jammed or it's not going to be powerful enough to keep spinning, and then at that point it's useless. That's my concern, but we'll see. I'm kind of wondering why they don't have like a manual one. So like if it's rotating, couldn't they just like add like a crank or something to it so that way you could just manually do it? I feel like that might be more sustainable and like less prone to like the motor going and everything if it were that way. I mean, yeah, it'd be a pain in the ass to have to turn it, but I feel like that wouldn't be that big of a deal. I don't know. Hey, James. Oh, I finally saw Allie, my friend that I used to go on massage appointments with. Like, she'll be forever known as the massage friend. It's a random thing, but pretty much my only local friend, put it that way. I finally saw her after not having seen her for, I want to say it was at least 2 years, because it was definitely, I didn't see her any time during the pandy, you know, the corona, but there might have been like right before then when I saw her, but I want to say I didn't. I don't remember, but it's been at least a year, maybe 2 or more. So I finally saw her, which was nice. We had dinner and found a, I don't remember if I talked about this last time I did a video, but we found a seafood boil place, and I've been looking for a seafood boil place forever because I see them on YouTube. Like, I watch a lot of YouTube, and they have like these big extravagant like platters, but they like bring them to you in a bag, and they're very popular in like coastal areas because they get fresh seafood, like seafood boil, or what is it called? Something crab. The boiling crab, I think it's called, is like one of them that's popular, and there's like another one. But anyway, they bring you in like this huge bag, and all your seasonings and everything is in there, and like your mixture of whatever seafood you want is in there. Usually comes with potatoes, corn, sometimes eggs, and it's just in a bag, a huge bag, and you just eat it, and it's great. And until recently, we only had one place that did it, at least that I went to. And it was awful, and I was so upset because I was really excited about it. It was for my birthday like 3 or 4 years ago, but it was just awful. So then this last time, this place opened up, and she asked if I wanted to go, so we went, and it was great. So yeah, I was very excited. Their seasonings were nice, because like I eventually just made my own seafood boil, which is, you know, doable. But yeah, I used my own seasonings, which a whole bunch of different things, and it tasted similar to that. So I like that. I like spicy seafood. That's like my favorite type of, you know, like if I'm eating crab or anything like that, I like it spicy. So it was nice. And then we saw each other again, I think the next day, and we just like played games. Like I think I mentioned this before, but like every Friday, like my family gets together, like me, my brother, sister, and my dad, and we just play games. It's like our little game night, because like before we had bowling, which was kind of like our family night, but since we haven't been bowling and we like games, we figure we just do it Fridays, game night, whatever. So she came for that. Like we had just, you know, we play card games or board games. Like it's nice. And oddly enough, like it does like bring your family closer together, because growing up, I don't feel like we ever really were a close family. Like we weren't like a stranger or anything. It's not like we fought or anything. It was just kind of like a separate, like just a boundary, kind of closed off, I guess. And maybe that's just me, my perception of it. But like within like the last couple years, and I don't know what changed, but like we've definitely been a lot closer, which is nice, because, you know, with everything that's been happening lately, and again, it goes into the things I don't want to get into, you know, time is like important. Like the time that you spend, you know, it's something you'll never get back, and spending it with family, getting to know them better, because they're not always going to be around, unfortunately. You know, it's just, it's good. Anyway, so that's what I've been doing. I've been playing board games, card games, buying fucking self-cleaning kitty boxes, making live reviews that were supposed to be private. Not that it really hugely matters, but it's kind of annoying. So I'm gonna have to edit it, because like there was a whole chunk in the beginning, or I wasn't sure I was recording or not, so I didn't say anything. It's like, I'll just cut that out. And now it's just live, so that's great. But it is what it is. But yeah, the weather today is like perfect, but it's going to be hot again tomorrow. It's supposed to be like 80 and sunny, which to me is disgusting. Like a lot of people love that weather, not me. I like cool, overcast, or raining weather. But luckily we have been having a lot of rain lately, which is nice. Like I think it rained for my birthday, which was nice. Bye, Melissa. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, that's one thing I did want to talk about more on DIY. I think I mentioned it before, but my stepmom's supposed to be DIYing. I don't think she actually officially started yet, but she like bought all the stuff for it. So that's kind of cool, like if she actually follows through with it. Because honestly, like in the beginning, it's very overwhelming, like just starting it, because it just feels like a lot. So that's kind of like partially why I wanted to buy like all the things to make her a one-shot, because I feel like if you're gonna start, one-shots are the easiest way to do it, because you don't have to measure out each little individual thing. It's just like a square percentage of flavor, your base, and that's it. So, and I already know that she likes this particular recipe or whatever, so I'll give her a one-shot, and hopefully it'll like kind of nudge her to start mixing, because she has, as far as I know, all the stuff to do it, but it's just sitting there. Yeah, honestly, I don't know if she'll ever get into it like I have. I honestly don't even know if she'll ever really get into it. It seems like that type of thing, it's probably not going to happen. But good thing is like she'll have someone that can use the stuff if she doesn't. Otherwise, it's just going to be, you know, wasted there. So I don't know. But at least she has someone that, you know, knows how to do it and everything, which is nice. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here probably 12:30. I like to end on like a rounded number. Don't have a whole lot to talk about. Tomorrow Mix and Vixens is chit chat. I was trying to think of like something to do. I thought maybe doing like ad libs or mad libs, whatever they're called, where it's like you have a noun and then like a verb, and you have to fill in the words with like a random whatever, and then it like does like a story, and it's usually funny. Hello, Meter. I thought that might be fun for like us girls to do, and maybe like people in chat can like add in little like things for the Mad Lib. I don't know, something different than just like random stuff. I don't know. Because outside of that, I don't know that we have anything planned per se. I did want to talk about the new or they're not new, but Noodable City, like the Purelum, like our favorite Purelum flavors. Maybe talk about the new flavor art ones for people who have tried them so far, see how they're liking them. But outside of that, I don't know that there's anything on the agenda. I like playing games, but they are kind of hard to facilitate. Usually Lumi has to do it because she's the one that knows how to do all the stuff in Zoom. I don't know how to do it. I think that was that before Friction was here producing, when she was doing it? Actually might have been. So I don't know. Anyway, I think I am gonna get out of here. I don't know when I may do a video tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. I don't like to say anything for certain because I don't know. So I did want to go over the flavor arts that I wanted to revisit. The cheesecake, the cherry, and there was like one other one. The cherry, apparently I may have mixed that way too high. So even like at 1%, it might have been too much. And I think I actually increased it last we spoke. But it turns out, according to Winstead, she mixed it at 1%, and even she said that she might want to lower it, I think is what she said. But talking with her, she thinks that it would be a good idea to actually lower it, which makes sense. I don't know why I didn't think about that at the time. If it's coming through baby powder or floral or whatever, it usually means it's too high. I don't know why I thought it. I think the reason I thought that is because the percentages on ELR were, you know, fairly high, but apparently it might be wrong. So I do want to revisit that, because if it's a good cherry, even if it's a cherry juice, that would be nice. My dad really likes cherry, so might be good for him specifically. But yeah, I do want to do that, and maybe a couple of the other flavor art ones I haven't tried yet. So, or maybe I'll talk about it on Vixens, because we are going to be talking hopefully at some point about the new flavor art, so maybe I'll just like squeeze it in there. That might be a good idea too. I don't know. I'm gonna get out of here. I want to play video games. I might go grocery shopping. I don't know. Probably would be the day to do it because it's kind of crappy outside and usually people stay away. But we'll see. But I am gonna get out of here. If you like coffee, you could check out my little review thing I did on these Jobby coffee concentrates. It's specifically good for people that like iced coffee, but I mean, you can use it for whatever type of coffee you like. Check it out if you want. If not, you know, it is what it is. But I'm gonna get out of here. Remember, Mix and Vixens tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that is it. Bye.